Hi y'all, I'm Allison. This is Just Drop It, and you're getting 2 for 1 today because I never posted February's round. So let's jump back in time to February, then we'll come back and play for March. Hi y'all, I'm Allison. Just Drop It is here to pick out 3 more books for me to read in February. The last 3 books that I'll be adding to my list, I need one for Buzzword Covers, and Aeldia Adventures. So I have chosen 6 books for each of the prompts, and the game is going to determine what the final winner will be. All right, I've got my numbers randomly set up down here. First thing we need to do is find out which one of these will be replaced with the wild. Okay, it doesn't have to be anything too intense. We'll go with yellow. I think that's what it was last time. And that replaces number 4. So if my little disc lands there, I get to choose which book. All right, so buzzword. We need a word that can be found on your keyboard. It's got to be in the title of a book. Patricia Cornwell, Cruel and Unusual with the ampersand, the little end sign. Okay, now I found 2 for the word escape. I've got Escape from Atlantis. This is a middle grade fantasy. That came from Owl Crate Jr., I believe. And the other escape book is this graphic novel, The Doppelganger. The First Escape. Let's see if you can see that. It's kind of small. Well, not small, but light colored. Home, the home key. Winterborn Home for Valor and Vengeance and Valor. This is a middle grade mystery by Allie Carter. End, Witches of East End on my Nook. Fantasy, obviously. And another Nook book. C is for Corpse. The letter C is on the keyboard. And this is by Sue Grafton. It's one of the alphabet mysteries. Kinsey Milhone. Okay, the audio should be fixed now. My battery died at some point. I don't know when. But we've got our 6 books on the shelf, and hopefully with this new configuration, you'll be able to see them now while we're over here. Now, in my hand, I have the numbers 1 through 7. I need to take out number 4 because that was replaced with the wild. And these numbers are going to be assigned to the books over there. And then I'm going to drop my little disc, and it will determine which book I'll be reading. Now, of course, since I like to complicate everything, I have the numbers 1 through 7, just how many spots we have over there. So I'm going to draw one, and that'll tell me where to drop the disc. And then we finally get to find out which book. So, the first slot. I'm hoping for either Patricia Cornwell or C is for Corpse. I'd like to continue on with both of those series. Okay, you ready? 1. And we don't know where it is. So, nope. No. No. Where's 1? Am I going to get it? Is it going to be C for Corpse? No. Witches of East End. Darn it. Here it is. This is the one I'm probably the least excited about. This was actually a TV show on CW back in the day, I think around the time of when Vampire Diaries came out. I liked the show. I started to read the book, and it starts off quite smutty. So we'll see if I enjoy the book better this time around. The first time I wasn't expecting that, and it just, I had a hard time liking the main character because of it. So we'll see how I feel about it on this go round. If I don't enjoy it, I'll just end up archiving the series on my Nook. So I guess I could potentially clear up some space in there. For Buzzword Covers, we need a silhouette, and I found 6 books for that. The first one, pretty obvious. We've got Stuart Gibbs' Spy School. This is a middle grade series. Definitely prime example of a silhouette. Then we've got a smaller one up here. 3 Hours by Rosamund Lupton. This one's about a school shooting. This is you're in lockdown inside the school for 3 hours with the teachers and the students. I don't necessarily want this one to win. Well, I am intrigued by that book. It's another one. I was just like, another middle grade one. Kids are silhouettes, and this is Book Scavenger, where life is a game and books are the tokens. Some YA options. Forever, Maggie Stavato. This is part 3 in the Mercy Falls series, and we have a silhouette of pretty much everything. I love this one, and if I remember right, the text, yeah, it's actually written in red ink. I have never read Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson, but we have a silhouette here, and this would finally kick off the series for me. The last one, we have a silhouette of a girl on a ladder, actually a ladder and the backpack. And this is Jenny Moon. This is a debut by Benjamin Ludwig. And I got this as, I think, an extra book in Once Upon a Book Club. I think that's where it came from. It's not one with gifts. I think it was part of like the Advent box. I think out of this group, I want Mistborn because it was so floppy, but that's just my brain at the moment. And honestly, I think what I want to read is either Finish Forever, Book Scavenger, or maybe find out what the Jenny Moon book is, because I really want to clear off some space on my shelves. Okay, let's see where I'm going to drop it. And it's going to go in the last slot. Okay. I was like, where's the disc? In the board. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Building some suspense. Ready? Wild. Oh no, I have to pick. You know what? No, I'm going to do what I did last time. I'm going to pick a number. I think I'll do it that way, because I don't have one that I necessarily really want to read over the others. So I will leave it up to fate, and I'm going to go with number 5. So we're looking for the orange 5. I hope I don't regret this. 7 and 6. Okay, good. I didn't. Oh, all right. I got Book Scavenger. That's awesome. Okay, so this is going to have ciphers for the readers to decode, saying that this is a debut and it's a literary cousin to classic puzzlers like the Westing game. I have the Westing game, but I haven't read it yet, so I'm really excited for this. So 12-year-old Emily's moving again out to San Francisco, but it's the home of her literary idol, Garrison Griswold. He's the creator of Book Scavenger, a game where books are hidden and clues to find them are revealed through puzzles. Emily learns Griswold has been attacked, and it derails the launch of his epic new game. So she and her friend James discover a clue, which eventually leads them to a valuable prize. But there are others on the hunt for the special prize, and Emily and James must race to solve the puzzles before his attackers come after them. So this should be a lot of fun. Middle grade books are always fun. Okay, what are we doing? Oh, yeah, this is my Buzzword Covers. All right, we've got a little bit to figure out here, because Aeldia Adventures is the last book I need, and it is played off of this game board. Now, in January, I should have chosen my starting point, A, B, C, or D, but I didn't. I thought, oh, I'll save that for February. So now we got to kind of make up for my lack of planning, which is not uncommon. Now, I am going to skip A, because I did that route last year, even though I failed it. So I want to go a different direction. So we're either going to go from B, C, or D. And the prompt this time is you're picking a book based off of a different shelf, depending on which direction you go. For like A, you're picking off the top shelf. And for D, you're going on the bottom shelf. I think what she's doing is working off the cardinal directions of a compass. We'll draw a number to find out which bookcase I'm working from. And then I'm going to pick 2 books for the 3 directions I can go. And then the book that's won will determine which way Nasilla heads off on her grand adventure. Okay, so 1 through 8 is here. Let's find out which bookcase we're going to be working off of. You know, because I love to make everything as complicated for myself as I possibly can. Okay, ready? We are going to bookcase 3. 1, 2, 3. Not upset by that, although... yeah, well, we'll figure that out. Here's the bookcase that we're working in. Of course, it's covered by this table, because, you know, that's how life goes. Okay, so I took one off of the next Patricia Cornwell, and then we'll go with, I'm on The Last Echo in the Body Finder series. So those were our books for B. And then I need 2 from the bottom shelf. Uncommon Grace, Reminiscence, and Photographs of Jackie O. I think I'll do this other coffee table book. It's The White House. Yeah, this was given to me by my grandmother. America's most famous home the first 200 years. Considering this is, we're going to be 250 this year. So this goes up to 1976. I was 6 years old. Those are my Southern books. Okay, now I need for Northeast, which is the top shelf right side. Okay, I think, oh, I'm going to put up Stephen King, The Outsider. I don't know that I'm necessarily in the mood for a Stephen King. But, okay, so I need Southeast. So a book from the bottom right side of your shelf. Down there on the very bottom shelf, all I have are books that I've already finished. They're kind of tucked away because it's hard to get to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move up a shelf, which is political. It's actually presidents. That's the president shelf. It's biographies and nonfictions. So I need to split that from the right. Intimate Lives of the Founding Fathers. This will be my Southeast book. Anyway, what are we doing? We have to assign our numbers. This little pool right here is going to determine which path I take for Aurelium. So there's a lot writing on this. I think the only one I really don't want would be Stephen King. Believe it or not, I'm okay with all of the other ones. 6. It's on the floor. Okay, you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Two. Okay, where's 2? Not continuing my series, nor that series. What about Jackie O? No. Intimate Lives? No. Holy crap. So I'm either learning about the White House or I get Stephen King. Okay, I'm doing the White House book. Actually, I'm kind of glad this came up because there's no way I would pick this up on my own. Which is kind of the point of these games. This is a lot of color photos and things like that. It looks like there might be, there's a paper in here. With directions to my grandfather's. That's a different grandfather. Yeah, so this is cool. I lost my grandmother and they both passed away in the year 2000. 6 months of each other. So I will get a history of the White House, which I'm actually going to really enjoy reading this. I'll probably read it in little bitty bits throughout the month. Maybe set aside 30 minutes or so to do that, which I highly recommend you do with your coffee table books. I mean, we bought them for a reason, right? You should pop them open and give them a read. Okay, so, oh, wait, we got to find out which direction that's sending me. I think I'm going south. Yes, I'll be heading south. So that's where we are on the board, and that's where I will pick up in March when it's time to play again. I actually got a nice little mix, some nonfiction, a middle grade mystery, and an adult kind of smutty fantasy book, witches. So let's roll into March. First of all, out of February's books, I've read one, working on another one, and haven't even touched the third. So I am up to date on Buzzword, but before we pick Buzzword for March, look, I got a new setup for us. I hope this is going to work out better. There, let's get all the numbers in there. It's actually sitting on top of a box. We're really high tech over here. So I'm not even going to bother to cover it with a blanket, which is my normal trick. All right, so I have reset the numbers. They are different from what they were in February. Let's go ahead and find out which one's going to be our wild this time. And I'm going to go with this one right here. Whoops, green. So, oh, right in the middle, number 1. Okay, so I removed one from this deck. These are the markers that go on the books. So March's buzzword is demonstrative words. This, that, these, those. I have to have one of those in the title of the book, and I have 6 possibilities. First one, if we survive this, YA horror. Second, I have didn't see that coming. This is a sequel to Well, That Was Unexpected. And that one is YA romance, Jessie Q. Satanto. Then I have a Nook book, Darcy and Anne. It is a truth universally acknowledged that Lady Catherine will never find a husband for Anne. So I had to go into the subtitle, but we got the word that. Another subtitle, Greatest Feuds in History, 10 Struggles That Shaped the World. This, I believe, was Mary, Queen of Scots, and Queen Elizabeth on the cover. Eiffel's Tower, another subtitle, the thrilling story behind Paris's most beloved monument and the extraordinary World's Fair that introduced it. So nonfiction, which is obviously what Greatest Feuds in History was as well. And then I have a Once Upon a Book Club YA selection within these wicked walls, and I believe it's a modern retelling of Jane Eyre. I need to get like some plastic stands from Candyland or something, because those are perched up there pretty precariously. All right, I've got 1 through 7 in here, plus a star. If I get the star, I get to choose myself. So it is going to go in the 3rd slot. I got a 3. Five. Let me see. Oh, well, we already know it's not If I Survive This, because that has a 4. All right, so I'm hoping I get either Great Feuds in History. I think that'll be really interesting. Or Darcy and Anne, which is an ebook. And we're looking for what? Number 5. Is it? Oh, man. I really don't want the Eiffel Tower one. I think this will be a slow read. Okay, dodged a bullet there. And I'm not really feeling Within These Wicked Walls either. And it's not, that's actually a 6. Okay, so we're still looking for 5. So it's either going to be Jessie Q Satanto, a sequel, or I'm going to get Darcy and Anne, an ebook. And it's going to be, okay, I have mixed emotions about this one because the first book, well, that was unexpected. I think it was the first time I was kind of let down by Jessie Q Satanto. I love her books normally, and I didn't really vibe with that one. So I will see how I feel about the sequel, which I bought before I read the first one. Anyway, it's supposed to be hilarious, so I will find out. And it's not too long, so that's okay. So this is my buzzword. Didn't see that coming. Got it. So next up we have Buzzword Covers, and I am doing terribly in this challenge because my January book, The Paleontologist, we still haven't buddy read it. I am planning for that to happen hopefully next week. I need to get the announcement video up for y'all. Oh, there's been a lot going on, including Lily got sprayed by a skunk. And then my February book was Silhouette. I am currently reading this one, so I hope to finish it today. So she still stinks, but she's outside right now chasing a squirrel. She's living her best life. I don't think she knows that she stinks. Okay, for our next cover, we need to show movement. And I have 6 books picked out. First off, we have one of the Gallagher girls. She is running. This is book 5 in the series. We've got a fire burning. It's blowing in the wind. The clue in the diary. This is a Nancy Drew book. And by the way, I tried to pick 6 different movements because she's also like running and fleeing. But we already have a running book. Together We Burn. They are dancing in this one. I got that from Owl Crate. And then we have Project Hail Mary. The movie's coming out. And I'm the only one in my house who hasn't read this yet. So I really want to read it. And he is falling through space. I had to shift him. There wasn't enough room for the book. And then I have a couple rowing up a river or down a river. The Only Game in Town. That one is a contemporary romance. And I have a frog over here leaping. And this is a historical mystery. A Most Agreeable Murder. So quite the variety on that grape. Now to find out where we're going to drop it. Number 3, right in the middle again. Or, no, not in the middle, but it's the 3rd spot. And it might land in the middle. That's what I was saying. Okay, ready? Four. I don't think that's where it landed last time, was it? I think it was over one more. Anyway, we're looking for number 4. This time around, like I said, I really need to read Hail Mary before we go see the movie. Because my daughter wants to complain, wants us to be able to complain a movie versus book together. And Nancy Drew would be good because it would be short and quick, and Gallagher Girls is always a good time. I think I'm good with any of these books. So let's just find out where number 4 is. Okay, let's go with Hail Mary first. To a Hail Mary. Oh, man. Okay. What about Gallagher? Nope. And that goes on the 4. How about... No, it's a 7. Nancy Drew? Nope. We're going to end up over here again, one of these 2 books. I don't remember what slot our winner was last time. Okay, so I'm either getting a contemporary romance or a historical mystery. 5. So A most agreeable murder. Little Leaping Frog wins. This should be a good time. I think it's quite popular. This becomes a priority. I am excited for it. All right, so for Aeldia Adventures, I started in the middle with a book published in 2025, and I did read it. It was worth fighting for. And then I went ahead and moved south, and my book from the bottom shelf was Inside the White House. I have started this. I finished part 1. There's like 4 sections in it. I've made progress. I haven't finished it, but I will. So now we need to find out what I'm going to be carrying with me. So if I go west or east, is going to determine what's in my hands. So I have picked up 3 books for each direction. So the first one, going west, is a book under 250 pages. So I have Agatha Christie's Sleeping Murder with 237 pages. I'm going to kind of scatter these around on the shelf. Then I have The Lives of Saints, which is a novella from the Grishaverse, like a collection of short stories, actually more than a novella, I believe. All right, this one has 121 pages, and this has 248 pages. It is Youngest Templar, Keeper of the Grail, beginning of a trilogy. Okay, still trying to get an ebook on there. So here is one with a pointy weapon on the cover. This is Hex. It's part 2 in the Iron Druid Chronicles, and he's holding a sword. Even though we can't see the end of it, I'm going to count it. And here's my current nook to hold its spot. And then I have another one, which it will round out the trilogy by Gina D'Amico, and it's Rogue. She's holding a scythe. And then I have, once again, Colleen Cambridge, Mastering the Art of French Murder. We definitely have a pointy knife on here. I have been dying to read this. Maybe the lucky corner down there. Okay, so let's go ahead and put my cards up. Let's find out where it's going to be dropped. And this time I'll take this one. Wild. I get to pick. Okay, and there's no point in aiming because I don't know what's what. So I'm just going to go, let's go the other side. We'll go there. Oh, I thought it was going to give me the wild again. Number 6. So on this group, I'm hoping for either one of the ebooks or Mastering the Art of French Cooking. Even any of them will be good. Okay, let's see. Do we get Hex? No. Lives of the Saints. Lives of the Saints. Okay. Not really what I wanted, but it is super short, so this will come in handy for a bingo maze. So it's just a bunch of little short stories. So I can handle that, and it'll get it checked off on my TBR. Not bad. These are my 3 priority books for the month, and next month I will have a whole separate video for April. Okay, I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.